Out of that big breaking news tonight, tighter abortion restrictions becoming law in North Carolina.
The Republican-controlled legislature voting to override Governor Cooper's veto of the abortion bill. The Senate was first this afternoon, followed by the House later this evening.
The House has overridden the governor's veto and the bill becomes law, notwithstanding the governor's objections.
Those were some of the tense moments in the House chamber. Opponents shouting their disappointment with the vote, many of them escorted out of the General Assembly and then gathering in front of the building, telling us their fight is far from over.
Governor Cooper echoing that sentiment tonight, saying in a statement, Republicans are unified in their assault on women's reproductive freedom, and we are energized to fight back on this. I will continue doing everything I can to protect abortion access in North Carolina because women's lives depend on it.
Our team of reporters covering all the angles tonight with new reaction at the legislature. We start with Jamise Price, and Jamise, Republicans standing by the bill tonight saying it protects women and children.
Lauren, things got deep, personal, and emotional, but at no point tonight did it look like the Republicans would change their vote. We knew the Republicans had the supermajority. We knew the GOP had the votes for an override, but the other side held out hope, pleading that one person in the last moments would change their vote and sustain the veto. But that didn't happen tonight. And in a historic move, the General Assembly moves forward to ban most abortions in the state. All eyes on North Carolina, once considered a safe haven for women seeking abortion care, but not anymore. Things quickly changed tonight. The General Assembly voted to override Governor Roy Cooper's veto on an abortion ban that restricts most abortions after 12 weeks of pregnancy, except for the mother's health, incest, or rape, or fetal abnormalities. On the Senate floor, it came down to a 30-20 vote. Before the numbers were tallied, members on both sides debated the ban.
This abortion ban will especially harm people who live in rural areas.
But abortion ban supporters say it's about the unborn children. Michael Lee is one of 4 state Republican lawmakers who had previously vowed to protect abortion rights. Tonight, he defended his position.
At some point in this process, we have to think about the child.
Across the hall in the House, more pleas to sustain Cooper's veto. Democrats say bans are bad for business and women, also expressing concern about the speed of the bill.
Why the light speed on this issue? It makes no sense.
And things got deeply personal for Representative Diamond Williams.
After much consideration, thought, and of course prayer, we decided as a family unit to make the decision to schedule a D&C. And for most of you who are not in the medical field, that is an abortion. We made that decision with our doctor. It was not an easy decision.
The bill sponsor, Representative Kristen Baker, with the last remarks late in the night.
Senate Bill 20 makes medical sense, and Senate Bill 20 is common sense.
In the end, it came down to a 72-48 vote.
The House has overridden the governor's veto and the bill becomes law, notwithstanding the governor's objections.
Cooper vowing to still protect women's reproductive rights despite what happened in the legislature. He also said today he had a plan of action in case of an override. We will see if Cooper will put that plan in motion. Lauren and Steve.
Yeah, he says he's not done yet. He will keep fighting for the women of our state. Jamise Price, thank you.
At the legislative building, we were also watching closely as people from across North Carolina came here to downtown Raleigh to make their voices heard. People on both sides of the abortion debate.
Josh, you were out there with a lot of those people who had a lot to say tonight.
Lauren, we were sitting in the rafters when this vote came down tonight. Abortion rights advocates were chanting shame, shame, shame when the abortion vote came down that they were not looking for. And as they were escorted out by state capitol police, we walked with them down the steps of the House and out in front of the legislature behind me where they had a rally. Here's some of that emotion tonight.
Abortion rights advocates couldn't contain themselves any longer tonight. Their angry chants filling the House chambers after Republicans voted to officially override Governor Cooper's veto of Senate Bill 20. Those cries continuing down the stairs and outside in front of the General Assembly.
It's bad for North Carolina. And we are really emotional and really upset right now, but we're channeling this. This is not over.
That's where we spoke with Landy Elliott.
We're not done. We're upset right now. We're going to collect ourselves and we're going to gather, but this is not over. This energy, I don't know if you can hear this, is going to keep us moving forward and fighting back.
She and 3 other Durham moms started the political action group Never and Now and fought their hardest against this bill. Anderson Clayton, too. She's the head of the North Carolina Democratic Party.
So for tonight, for them to sit there and honestly laugh as Democrats are standing up on the House floor, giving impassioned speeches about why their access should still be accessible to this health care and to a woman's right to choose, I just think that we are seeing rollback of rights. And to my Republicans out there who voted for this today, we're coming for you in 2024.
Speaker Tim Moore isn't worried how this will affect the next election cycle. Instead, he steered us back to the common sense approach he believes was put forward in the bill, and one he says is overwhelmingly supported by voters.
Once this law is implemented and people understand that it is not cutting off access to women who need this, it's not cutting off access in those very early stages of pregnancy. It's not doing things that, frankly, have been misstated about it.
The crowd really did keep their emotions in for the better part of the night, as they were asked to do by everyone in the House chambers there, instead holding up their hands like this when they were reacting to something, particularly abortion rights activists reacting to something that they liked. Again, this bill becomes law July 1st. Stephen, Lauren, back to you.